Hey everyone, HighZealot here and welcome to E-7 of Second Operation Ascend. This is Operation FS, the final map of this event, and the hardest map of all events thus far. So E-7, there are pretty much two phases to dealing with E-7. First of all, you can see I'm bringing a surface task force with a Kitsmaru and a carrier, fleet carrier, because doing that will guarantee Node B. And then from there, I would go to ideally Node X, though there is a 20% chance approximately I get sent to Node A. You can't bring a torpedo cruiser even for this phase because they're sent you to Node A. And ideally you want to go to Node B, X, D, H, Y, and then you go back from there. The reason why you want to go through that route, first of all, is because by killing the flagships of Node X and Y, you debuff the boss, which is the AA Hime. And it's speculated by killing the flagships there, you either debuff her armor, which is ridiculously high, I believe it's 333, or it increases your critical rate, or to like above normal values, or potentially both. So the first node, Node B, is a submarine node. They don't tell you about it, so you just have to know about it beforehand by reading the wiki. Nodes F and I are also submarine nodes, but you shouldn't ever go there. I'm not sure why you would go there. So Node B is pretty much the only submarine node. You do go there to see Sendai and destroyers, a lot equipped with anti-submarine equipment, and I would say it's not necessarily required. You might be better off giving them proper equipment to deal with actual combat and night battle, because well, Node X and Y, you might be better off having them deal with any survivors, so that your heavy cruisers and battleships can kill the boss afterwards. Because it's both flagships of X and Y are installation types, so you're gonna have like Type 3 shells, which are a lot better than the destroyers or light cruisers, WG-42, which really, they increase your damage against installation types, but Type 3 shells just do a lot more. So Node X, the flagship here, is the Harbor Hime, and along with her we also got a bunch of neck classes and some fucking red destroyers. And the neck classes are annoying, and it's line ahead, so their torpedoes are also deadly, along with the red destroyers themselves, who are deadly. And then you got transfer, so you may also be able to follow up a few do a few transport related quests while doing the debuffs. You want to do X and Y, I would say 3 times, maybe more. I'm not sure if we're not. Some people say 5, but really, 3 is the quickest, so you can go straight to killing the boss, because it's gonna take you a while, most likely. Mainly because the debuffs reset at midnight JST. And not to mention, you may not be able to kill Y every time, because it can be a bit annoying, because mainly because let's say those neck classes or someone else may end up surviving and just take some of the red, and then you gotta use your have someone escort them out, and then you have less power for your Node Y, and also it doesn't have that combined fleet has terrible accuracy, and then you end up not actually killing scrap with battleships for some reason, because their combined fleet just have horrible accuracy. You can see hotels are equipped with the 51 and 46, mainly because they're not debuffed by them. 46 enemy is self-explanatory. 51 centimeter cannon apparently actually debuffs nobody. I think I mentioned this before in a previous video, but fairy magic. You can quite clearly see the 51 cannon glows, so that might be why. So you can see here this time around, nothing really went wrong. Everybody managed pretty much unscathed. From here, Node D is I believe a compass. Node H is active branch, and you just go to Node Y. Node D with a Kismaru, you guarantee Node H, and then Node B is guaranteed with a Kismaru and a carrier using service task force. You can do a carrier task force with a Kismaru, you guarantee to go to Node B if you also want that. Without a Kismaru, apparently it's you lean the it's more higher chance to go towards Node F apparently. So if you made it through Node X, you guarantee Node Y pretty much, assuming you have a Kismaru. It's pretty much a practically requirement. Though you could go without her, but it's just your chances are not that high, not really. So Node Y, we have the isolated island demon, along with Suru class, which is you know, they do have pretty damn AA, which is light cruiser, can also hit hard, some red destroyers, and a light carrier, which can, you know, hurt. You can see here, I should have mentioned it before, but Kismaru and Kaga are both fully equipped with fighters, Red Crews and Red Crew Kai, and Red Crew with specific group, and also fleet command facility on a Kismaru on the flagship, because you know you want to go here more often. Because I would extend to fuck you up, can't get someone to hit the red, and then you want to go in here and kill the boss. And then everyone is equipped with fit guns, because come on, accuracy. Real problem is that with these nodes is Node X, you can usually just kill the boss because you're gonna have a full fleet. But then let's say you don't kill the boss in day battle, and then you got some survivors in night battle, then someone might just get sent to red, and you can see here, you know, red right there. And then you end up losing more firepower, and then you gotta deal with those things if you want to go to Node Y, and then you got a chance of not killing the boss in Node Y, especially with combined fleet accuracy. Regardless, you know, you just gotta do it. You don't have to. You just gotta do it. You just gotta kill. It's pretty much you gotta kill Node Y 3 times. You assuming you end up killing Node X more than 3 times. And yeah, you know, it's pretty much that's how it goes. Once you've done Node X and Y, then it's time to switch to your carrier fleet. And there is actually no way to guarantee going to Node E. The ideal route is you go to Node E, G, J, M, boss. Though I think JL to boss isn't really that bad either. And there's no way to go to guarantee Node E. A carrier task force has approximately 75% chance to go to Node E, and Node E itself is a bit of annoyance. I recommend you use a route support, probably even on shipping, just to go to the boss more often. Also, don't use the fleet I'm using here. This is not the greatest fleet you can get. Mainly because with this fleet, there's a chance to go from J to Node Y. You can guarantee you do not go to J to Node Y by using 2 light carriers and a standard carrier, and then 2 battleships and a heavy cruiser on your main fleet, and then you do the same thing for the escort fleet. Ideally, the heavy cruiser in your main fleet will be Maya Kaini for the anti-air cutting, and then the destroyers on your escort fleet will be, you know, Yudachi, Ayanami, Yukikaze, not Akisuki, because, you know, she is an anti-air cutting, very good anti-air cutting, but not as strong as, you know, in terms of battle. And then you have Maya for the anti-air cutting. So you can see here, Node E, we got the next class, heavy cruiser, as a flagship, along with the red fuckers. And then you got torpedo cruiser and heavy cruiser. All of them are dead, very deadly, and any of their torpedoes could send someone to red. Now, if it was not Bismarck who was critted, and let's say Yudachi, it would probably be red, and then you got escort back. Which is why, you know, I recommend you use routing support, because then routing support can hopefully help you take out most of them, and so you can minimize the amount of torpedoes that come at you. Routing support, you want to fully sparkle them to pretty much almost guarantee they appear at every node. You also want to pretty much use the air superiority calculator to make sure you got air superiority for node J and M, and then maxima, and then like just barely, and then fill everything else with bombers. Just to get the best offensive ability you can have while having air superiority. Don't go for air supremacy, because then you're not gonna have really any bombers. It's especially you're gonna be especially closer to just you want to especially min max with, because you're gonna be assuming you listen to what I said and go and do the light carriers to guarantee you go to either M or L. It's higher chance to go to M, but it's possible to go to L. And with the light carriers and what I said before, I'm fairly sure it's guaranteed not Y. I'll remind you again if you've forgotten somehow. It's 2 light carriers, 1 standard carrier, 2 battleships, and a heavy cruiser. That guarantees it. That's what I use. Though I'm fairly sure it's just that. I'm fairly sure, like in general, is that your total number of battleships and standard carriers has to be less than or equal to either 3 or 4. Not 100% sure. I remember people saying 4. Maybe you could go with maybe you could go with more. With 4. I'd just say just go with what I had. So you can see here, node J, we got 1 blue-eyed woe and the standard woe. It's either double line or diamond formation. Diamond formation not as threatening, but those blue-eyed woe can one-shot a hotel. And then from here is either node M or L. So you can see a node J is not really the biggest problem. It could be a bit annoying sometimes, but really it's the least threatening node out of E, J, and M. Afterwards, we go to node M or L. Here, this battle we go to node M because it's higher chance to go to node M than L. Node M, well, node M, we got double blue-eyed woe. Saying this before you even see it. And we also got two class light cruisers who are gonna screw up your bombers, and then 2 just not really threatening destroyers. It's the blue-eyed woes that are especially annoying with their powerful and high HP. That just it's pretty much just they're probably gonna get 2. Both of them are probably gonna be able to attack you unless you have rounded support. And then Akisuki is gonna do your stuff. It is possible. I've seen people report that they managed to shoot down on their bombers, though I don't think it's happened for me. So it's you're pretty much gonna get attacked by the actual blue-eyed woes, probably twice, unless you manage to disable one of them, which is probably requires Bismarck double attack, or maybe heavy cruiser could probably do it with a bit of luck. I believe this node is also either double line or diamond, and yes it is. Let's check. You can see here, just orange, medium damage. Could have been red, could have been red. And another attack is, I believe, yeah, red. Which is not what I thought. I was expecting a miss, but and then Yudachi escorts back to base. Now it is really annoying with escorting back because their morale. It's a large morale loss. I mean, you have 2 solutions to that. Switch out to this. Hope your destroyers at 1 less HP or less or more. Then you can just bucket it and get them more back up. Or, cause like when repairing with I'm not sure if with buckets or regardless. Well, without buckets, it's just probably gonna take longer than it's actually gonna take. But repair them, and the morale goes back up to ability 40. Then you wanna, I like to wait until the morale's at 49 using Kenko Fear, you can see that. And then you go from there. The other option is to, if she's at full health, is you either switch it out with someone else, or you send it to a random battle somewhere so she gets hit, and then you can just repair it like that. And then boom, done. It's a lot quicker than waiting for their morale to restore, which is like 40 minutes, and you want to wait until it's 49. And then escort Bismarck back, and then it's time to go to node Z. And finally we get to see the Aihime, which looks really similar to Akisuki. And she is a goddamn asshole of a boss. With a lot of armor, a lot of firepower, and torpedoes. Hope you enjoy. So the AA Hime, on hard mode, she has the same stats throughout. She, before any debuffs, will have, you can see, she has 255 HPS for all difficulties, but on, she also has 190 firepower and 95 torpedo, with 333 armor and 390 AA. She's fast, short range, probably destroyer. She also has the potential to do anti-air cutting, though we never actually get to see that, so we never find out. It'd be nice if we actually give them an animation for anti-air cuttings. And you can see, yeah, she does have a lot of firepower. A lot of firepower. More firepower than you know, we could ever hope for. And yeah. So really, all in the battle, what you really are looking for is to sink the 2 net classes and the destroyers, and then hope you don't get torpedoed to hell, because then your net battle is pretty much ruined. You could, for shipping, you could stick with just double attack, but having a few cut-in capable heavy cruisers and destroyers will probably help to do more damage. Ideally, kill the boss, because then you know you're gonna have to do it eventually, and you probably end up doing more damage. You know, a double attack is perfectly capable of doing terrible damage to the boss. And ideally, you know, even with the boss's anti-air cutting, you'll probably still have surviving bombers, even with the other setup that guarantees you don't go to node Y. So I believe usually it's assuming using Kaga, her 46 shot slot usually stays alive, and yes, you can put bombers in the 46 slot and still maintain air superiority on him. And you can also still have bombers on every other carrier as well. So the ideal situation did not really happen, because you know, we did not kill the boss, do much damage to the boss, and yeah, we didn't really, you know, lots of survivors. And you see here, I've gone with the other setup with the light carriers, and you can see here, I'm showing off node L. Node L, I'm not taking a long time to choose formation here because I'm probably checking on what was here and thinking if I should do it or retreat, and I end up, you know, doing it. Otherwise, I would not be showing you this. So node L, you got the battleship Hime here. Also, you got 2 Rue class battleships and a Su class light cruiser. That's really the biggest, or the effectively 3 battleships, and they're in line ahead. It can also be apparently double line, though I think every time I've gone here it's probably been, I think I've had line ahead. I mean, you do not have to worry about having air superiority here. Yeah, there were other stuff, and this is almost the same fleet I used for the final kill. I mean, the ones that you see here, main fleet is stays the same throughout. Escort fleet, the ones who remain constant, for their location positions change, but their actual constants is Sendai, Bismarck, Yukikaze, and Prince. They're gonna be staying here throughout. So here, you know, we're just trying to kill everybody, and Cunning's, you know, doing nothing. Battleship Hime could hit you or a lot of damage, so she's a big friend. You can't do anything about her because with 400 HP, you're not sinking her. You could try getting her to medium damage to really try and reduce, but really you can't do anything about her. Just gonna get those 2 shots off against your main fleet and 1 shot off against your escort fleet, and that's it. And yeah, pretty much. And thankfully, you know, she didn't do major damage on anybody. Maybe we sucked if she knocked Junyo to red right there, because you can't escort your flagship back. But you know, from here on, it's 2 nodes said once again. And I'll remind you, you can't use a torpedo cruiser because then you'll be sent to either node A, node O, or N. You simply dead end. So no torpedo cruisers for you, and I think also no submarines as well. So from here on, it's pretty much a line of sight check to the boss. At this point, line of sight, you're probably gonna have enough line of sight. And yeah, so go into the boss once more with this other fleet. And I did notice, I'm not sure if it was some sort of bias, but it did feel like after I changed my fleet, I made it the boss more often. Despite the fact that it should theoretically be weaker in nodes E, J, L, and M, I somehow felt like I did better at getting to the boss, and felt like I did better at killing the boss. I still haven't started using route supporting or boss supporting, but I once again recommend you do not do what I did and use route supporting throughout the entire E7. Do I say this even though this is probably going to be uploaded on effectively the last day, so it's not going to be much use to anybody except for past, just looking back into the past and suffering. And surely the devs can't make any event harder than this, I say, but they can make it harder. Just do exactly E7 and add an HP regen, and that would just bullshit though. HP regen and debuffs? Yeah, no. Yeah, same thing as before. Yukikaze and Prince, I believe, are equipped with cuttings right now. I'm not sure if Chokai is equipped with a cutting. I'm not sure. You can see our torpedoes are deadly as hell. Super deadly. They're always gonna be a line ahead, I believe. Yes, they are. Always line ahead. I have seen reports where, with probably a green tea, the hotels can kill the boss in day battle. It's possible. Not likely though. It's very unlikely. So, same old. Here it's already looking like it's gonna be an ideal situation. We just have to kill that Nick class and then it's all good. And yeah, only the boss and the battleship he may left. And yeah, we're not probably gonna kill anyone else. So this is approximately the ideal situation. The ideal situation would change for the final kill because I'll just spoil it now because you probably already know you're gonna have 2 battleship teammates instead of 1. So the ideal situation is gonna be 3, and then hope lucky cuttings. Because it is completely possible to just one-shot the boss from full health with a cutting from a heavy cruiser. Completely possible. I know right now she's equipped with double attack. And here, yeah. And double attacks. A lucky double attack can still do a lot of damage to the boss because crit rates are a bit more powerful. And Prince is your standard cutting heavy cruiser along with Miyoko. And here's another significant killing of the boss. Yeah, it's a killing. I kill the boss already swallowed it. And it's pretty much gonna confirm what I said before, that the boss can be one-shotted from effectively full health. And yeah, boss with the double attack is really annoying. And then afterwards, after this battle, I'm pretty much just showing a bunch of times where I'm choked at the boss. We did not kill the boss, but came close to it. Not every single choke, cause there's really 262 damage. That's enough to one-shot the boss. I didn't show every choke because there will be literally too many to show, and this video is already long enough as is. Mainly because you can classify choke. Mainly because since the boss can be one-shotted, you consider there's so many things you consider a choke. And one thing I'm fairly sure I did not include is target a cutting or targeting someone who's not the boss. I'm not 100% sure. I think most of these has the following requirement: the boss gets attacked for loss of damage, and primarily there were situations where you think the boss is gonna die and he didn't die. And you can see that double attack did a lot of damage. Oftentimes they include low damage cuttings, and I believe that's pretty much all of them. They include. I think I included a few times where the boss was not attacked, but still a cutting for someone else. I'm not sure. And you can see here Yukikaze 15 damage cutting. Fantastic. There's a bunch of chokes. Not every choke. There's a lot of chokes here. And yeah, I didn't actually count how many sorties, but it was a lot of sorties. I lost a lot of attempts on the final kill. Final kill, I had boss support and running support throughout. So you can see now I brought on Miyoko, because Chokai really was not cutting it. She did a lot of work in previous maps and with lots of cuttings then, but you know, this time around, just not doing it. It's not this time. So yeah, you can see the battleship here, you can't really do anything about them, and yeah, even with full night equipment, they're still doing their cuttings pretty often. So pretty much, you know, boss 31 HP, cutting, 1, 11 damage, and then Prince just chokes, and attacks the boss. So you can see, yeah, chokes. You can pretty much guess how I feel about this. So yeah, you pretty much know what's gonna happen here. Try and guess. Try and guess. There are two. The most significant chokes is the last two, which is you don't even know which ones are gonna be the last two, but you should be able to tell how significant they are when you actually see it. You know that killing a battleship Hime early on is alright, because then you don't have to worry about them getting away later. So you ideally would have wanted that attacking the boss. Ainami cutting, I believe, on the boss? No. And then here's pretty much relying on Yukikaze for doing that cutting. And yeah. 11 HP. And then, once more into the fray. Once more we have chokes. So many chokes. This time around Miyoko's at red, so we're just gonna get double attack on the boss immediately. Ideally, Sendai with the spotlight gets attacked first, and then, just deals with it. The reason why I don't have Miyoko with us, or the flagship with spotlight, is because I do not want flagship defense support. I don't want them to defend the flagship and then get hit themselves. And yeah, you saw how where Bismarck can do a double attack can do a lot of damage. I mean, I've seen previous that I don't think I included, but there were cases where Prince gets knocked to red because she decided to defend the flagship because I had a spotlight on her. But here this time around, to try and use this setup, so then the private cruises up top and destroys up the bottom. And yeah, I think you know how this is gonna turn out. Prince, she does seem to end up being a crit magnet, pretty much. And yeah, not much to say at all. Bismarck does her thing, does, whatever. Ainami, no cutting, and then Yukikaze cuttings on the boss for 52 damage. And remember, Yukikaze is full health, so yes, all maximum damage she can do, minus the minor penalty for ammo. Other than that, it's practically she can do 80% of her maximum damage, in theory. So here is, it doesn't look good, right? Everybody's at red, only Yukikaze can attack, but she does attack, and she does 270 damage, 1 damage short. It was a horrible feeling, but it at least confirmed that she can do over 200 damage. And same thing here. Lots of survivors, lots of scrap here, lots of people to get in the way. And then I believe it's a Miyoko cutting. Yeah, cutting for lots of damage on the boss. Okay, not that much damage. Decent damage. And then Bismarck gets hit. And then it's Prince. Her cutting. Watch this. 2 HP. Yeah, you know how this feels? I'm sure if you experience this yourself, you probably know how I feel. And this is not even every cutting. Not every choke I possibly could included. And then you also Ainami choked as well. And then, here we go. Final kill. I'm just gonna shut up and let you watch. Because it's the final kill.
きたいね。たとえ最後の一巻になっても叩いてみせます。艦隊戦か、腕が鳴るわね。ファイヤーファイヤー。砲雷撃戦、よーいてー。第一第二手法戦車始めます。艦隊をお守りします。左で砲雷撃戦、よーい第一第二手法戦車始めます。うわっ、でもまだ私にどうしろというのですか。そうだ、渋谷会のようにはいかないぜ。やるしかないわね。高艦隊の直撃。ぶっ殺されてるか。まだこの程度で武蔵は死ぬぞ。ふっざけるな。見てるわ。第一次攻撃隊発艦。ここで全力で叩くのだ。いっけー。どう？さあ、行くぞ。打ち方始め。やるしかないわね。ぶっ殺されてるか。やだ、大切な飛行看板がもう。致し方ありません。追撃戦に移行します。もう降参してください。お前も痛くしてやる。攻撃開始。これからよ。お前も痛くしてやる。死ぬわけにはいきません。あれ、動かない。海と空が綺麗。
And that's the boss. But clutch cut in from Yukikaze. Also with, Miyoko did most damage there. But Yukikaze finished her. Finished her off after many chokes. Many chokes. This was after, I believe, a 3-day break from this. And you can see here, it was quite the feeling of finally being free from this horrible hell. Just absolutely horrendous. But now E-7 hard is complete and it's time for our reward. Reward includes on hard 2 reinforcement expansions, 3 battle rations, 2 medals, and a hard medal, and this everybody gets her. You get Terisuki, so now you got another AA destroyer for future defense. Pretty much, it's been a while since we had a really decent, super good reward. I'd say super good, but super good relative to, most recent final rewards, which is saying something. So yeah, but still pretty good reward. And then finally, for hard mode, the real reward of hard mode, the hard medal, 3rd hard medal. Pretty much the only reason why we do hard is for our own pride. The only reason, pretty shitty reason when you think about it. I mean, you're flying in the way of actually fighting a war. It's a pretty not a good way to fight a war. But we made it. At the E-7, you can see use 1400k fuel, 95k ammo, 120k steel, 22k bauxite, and 577 buckets. Lots of resources. You saw that I started with practically 300k max of everything except bauxite probably. And yeah, hotels are super expensive to repair. And yeah, that's a lot. It used up a lot of research. You can see here. Support fee equipment is still just, you know, I don't even know what I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. Remember, it used to be just pure on big guns. And yeah, we got Terusuke, cute, and anti-air. Pretty decent reward, as I said before. And finally, we have the total equipment use, resource use is this. Lots of resources required, lots of steel, lots of fuel, lots of ammo, lots of everything. This is fuel and steel was more than half of what I started with. Ammo is 1/3. Bauxite, who cares about bauxite? Buckets, lots of buckets. Granted, that bucket scratch damage, which not everybody, lots of people would not recommend, but I wasn't even having buckets. But yeah, this was Operation FS and second Operation SN. I am taking a break from Kankle for a while, and hopefully the next event will be a walking apart compared to this. I'll see you guys for what my next video is, and good night.